E-bikes are becoming more and more the way of transportation for a lot of people. Here with new upgrades to their XP4 and XP Trike. To e-bike is Levi Conlow of, now make sure I say Lectric e-bikes. I say it right?
Lectric e-bikes, yeah.
There it is.
It's that simple.
I like this. Okay, let's talk about how these are becoming like the new norm for a lot of people to get around.
Yeah, so e-bikes are an extremely accessible form of electric transportation. So, you know, this e-bike that I'm on right now can go 75, 80 miles on a single charge, go 28 miles per hour. And that's a great way to expand your radius, get from point A to point B, but it's a really cost-effective way to, electrify your transportation. You know, this e-bike here starts at $9.99, so very accessible. And so because it's so accessible, it's been widely successful. So, we have electrified in the U.S. about over 600,000 people with e-bikes just in the first 5 years of our first 6 years of our business. And this bike here actually, is the third best-selling EV in the United States, only behind the Tesla Model 3 and the Tesla Model Y.
Wow. And Levi, we got to talk about, these are made here in Arizona, everything's here. You're Arizona company. I got to make sure I say that right.
Yeah.
But what I love is that you have been seeing that these always need to be upgraded for different reasons why. So you guys are pretty excited for the new upgrades on these.
Yeah, so the business is operated in this idea of like a margin floor and a margin ceiling. And so as we get economies of scale, so 6 years ago, we were operating out of my buddy's garage and we were just selling a couple hundred of these. Now we're selling tens of thousands every single month. And so with that, we get economies of scale, more leverage on the supply chain. And now we get to make the product better because we're very dead set on having the best possible product at the best possible price. So as we grow, we're constantly challenged to make the product better. So now we have a nice, color display on it. Now we have a quieter motor. Now we have a torque sensor that measures how hard you push on the pedal, and then that delivers the output. It's much better than our old, more archaic design of the cadence sensor on one of our older bikes. Upgraded brake levers, hydraulic dual piston setup. So there's been so many upgrades over the years.
Yeah, I like that. So it's always where you want to kind of like actually upgrade your e-bike here and there because of these reasons. One, for safety, but also two, to get you around much easier,
yes,
which is really nice. But the thing I love too is that you love giving back to the community, and that's one thing you brag about, is that you want to make sure that everybody's able to get around.
Yeah, so providing affordable electric transportation is my job, right? That's what I'm really good at. But you have to go beyond the job if you want to do more. And so one of those things is philanthropy. So for example, in Arizona, we are now sponsoring 30 Arizona foster children to full rides at Grand Canyon University. That's covering their housing, their academics, everything we cover. But then we go beyond that. And just in the past 6 months, we donated $500,000 to St. Jude. Over the last couple of years, we've done full orphanage builds, deploying millions of dollars towards orphanages and schools over in Africa. And so, doing e-bikes is a way for us to do more good beyond the bicycle, beyond transportation.
Yeah, wow, this is great. You got the new Trek here, that Trike that everyone loves. It's really getting around stuff too. So how can you find more about you guys and getting the bikes?
Yeah, so lectricebikes.com, but also North Phoenix, where the 101 and 17 meet. That's where our HQ is. You can go to our Lectric garage, and you can actually get e-bikes for like 30-40% off if you go in person and check us out there. So that's a great way as well.
I like it. All right, this is awesome. All right, I got to give this a try. So I want to make sure there's brakes on there, anything like that. Remember, you can also head over to the cw7az.com to find out more. Here we go. I got the brakes off. I got this. Yep. All right, and then my throttle right here. Here we go. And
easy.
Easy. There it is. Look at this. Oh, bye-bye.